Hi everybody, this is Lauren from Camp Abilities, Connecticut, and today we're going to present to you a tutorial on how to play modified team handball with children with visual impairments. First thing we're going to discuss is the equipment that we use in order to play our game. The first is our ball. This is actually a beep kick ball that has an internal sound source to make the ball auditory for tracking the ball. The next thing that we use is color coordinated numbered pennies. We have a yellow team with numbers 1 through 3 for our demonstration purposes, and the red team numbers 1 through 3 also. The other piece of equipment that we utilize are sound source boxes. This is Craig, our other handball instructor, and he has the sound source in his hand right now that we can use to locate the opposite ends of the field.
And it makes a different noise than the beep ball.
Handball is a game that is very commonly played in a physical education setting, and it involves two teams trying to score on the opposite team's end zone. And the unique part about handball is that when the ball is in your hands, you're not allowed to move your feet. So it's essential that the students learn proper passing technique. We're now going to demonstrate a progression of teaching passing to your students. And a great way to start is by having the students stand in a line shoulder to shoulder. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice passing back and forth, where I will pass the ball individually to each player to make sure they understand the concepts of passing. So everybody, when we pass the ball, we need to make sure that we communicate very clearly with each other. So we're going to use two commands, two cues when we pass. When I am passing the ball to you, I'm going to say passing, so that way you know the ball is coming and you should get ready to catch. And when you catch the ball, you're going to say, I got it, so everybody on the field knows that the ball is in someone's possession. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, Frank, we're going to start with you.
Alright.
Passing.
Got it.
Great job, and you can pass it back to me. Good. Alden, passing. Got it. Thank you. Joe, passing.
Got it.
Great
Passing.
job. I got it. Melissa, passing. Got it. And I'll take it back over here. Thank you. Giselle, passing.
Got it.
Great job.
Passing.
I got it. And Gannon, passing.
I got it.
And I'll take it back. Our next segment is going to show the next progression in learning how to pass and catch when preparing to play handball. But before we move on, we'd like to note that the students that are involved in our video encompass the full spectrum of vision loss. Some of the students in our film will have peripheral vision loss, central field loss, distance. We have students with total blindness and albinism. So we do want to note that we are encompassing a full spectrum in recording this video. So here we go with our next stage of passing. The students are now formed in a circle, and they are now responsible for communicating with each other and deciding who to pass to, when to pass to. Gannon, whenever you're ready.
Gannon, I'm open.
Passing.
Got it.
Joe.
Melissa, passing.
Got it.
Melissa.
Passing. Got it.
Alden.
Gannon. Passing.
Giselle.
Right here.
Passing.
Got it. Frank. Passing.
Joe. Passing. Got it.
From where we left off, the next piece of the progression would be to move to the open space of the field. Our field is set up so that way there are clearly defined boundaries, so that way the students can freely move about the space without any obstacles, and also so that way they can quickly and easily become familiar with the playing area. At this point, before we move on to a game, it would be highly beneficial to have the students practice their passing drill in the open space of the field, practicing moving and passing as they go to get more comfortable with the skill of passing. It is important, however, that you do not progress on to the actual game until the students have mastered the skills of passing and catching, as well as communicating on their own. When playing with students with severe visual impairments, it is important and useful to use sighted guide while playing. we're going to have Gannon discuss and demonstrate one method of sighted guide for the game.
When I play team handball, I use regular sighted guide by grabbing the elbow and using it to help me navigate the field.
The next set of skills that the students need to learn is how to play proper defense. When playing defense, it's important to teach them how to play effective, efficient, and safe defensive moves. It's important that the offense remains one arm's length away from the defense at all times in order to ensure safety. And in the game of handball, you're not allowed to rip the ball out of the opponent's hands. So it's important to learn how to play defense in a way that will allow you to help intercept or block the pass. A great cue to teach is to have your students make their bodies as tall or as wide as possible using their arm span. So Alden, Frank, and Joe right now are going to demonstrate how to play proper defense. Go ahead, Frank.
I'm open. Got it.
We are now going to shoot an actual segment of a handball game with our students. You'll notice that our students are wearing the colors red and yellow on their pennies. And we chose red and yellow because that we have learned through experience that these are two colors that children with visual impairments can very easily identify. However, if you didn't have yellow or red pennies, you could use any colors that were of good high quality contrast. You'll also notice that our students are numbered 1 through 3. And if you have more than 3 students on a team, you would just need more numbered pennies. We've numbered them for 2 reasons. The first reason is that for defense, we're going to utilize man-to-man defense. And so number 1 from yellow may only guard number 1 from red. Number 2 from yellow may only guard number 2 from red, and 3 may only guard number 3. So that way it keeps the defense very organized and safe. We're also using the numbers in order to establish a passing order. So during the game, you will notice that number 1 will always pass to number 2, number 2 will always pass to number 3, and number 3 will always pass to number 1. This will keep the game organized. It'll also ensure fair play and that everyone on the team gets an equal amount of playing time with the ball. So we're going to start off by giving the ball to number 1 on red. Number 1, can you please point in which the direction in which you are scoring? Just straight ahead. Everybody point straight ahead. That's the direction you're scoring. Red team, please point straight ahead. That's the direction in which red team is scoring. We also have placed a sound source at each end of the field in the end zone to utilize if needed. Our students do not usually need, or the group of students we have do not need the sound sources in order to identify the end zones, but they are there in case they are needed. Here's the ball, Frank. When I say play, you may turn on the ball and begin playing. And I'll be your Okay, Frank, ready?
Yeah.
Play.
Frank, I'm open.
Follow Giselle.
Alden has it, Alden has it. Melissa, right here.
We're number 3.
Call for it, call for it.
Towards Melissa.
We'll move.
Melissa. Okay, we gonna find Melissa?
Yep. Move to your right, move to your right, move to your right. Alden, pass it.
Okay, Melissa got the ball. So
Get the ball down.
try again, Alden.
Try again. Here you go, Melissa.
Melissa.
Ready?
Get it, Frank. Get it, Frank. Frank, right here, right here. I'm open.
Right, up. Alden has it. Let's go, Melissa. Call for it. Call for it.
Melissa! Get it!
Get it.
I got it.
Right here, right here, right here. Call for it, Melissa.
Melissa!
Call for it. There we go.
Yell for it.
Danny, we can hear you. Danny, we can hear you. Call for it. Nice throw, nice throw.
Got it. Frank!
Yeah.
Frank! Ready? Ready? Passing!
Frank,
Nice,
Frank.
Alright, we gotta start moving that way, guys.
Thanks for watching. Get you kids to start playing team handball with visual impairments.